that Facts Effect, Louisiana. I hit his chest, but I was aiming at the cantaloupe. You know.
Real talk.
Cats are hollering about they open the door for Baton Rouge. If you open the door for Baton Rouge and in the door, ain't letting nobody else in the door, that ain't what's up. So make sure you know what you're saying when you hollering about you open the door for Baton Rouge, anybody. Cause I'm gonna see what's happening.
And we talking about Nussie, man. You got a little Boosie around here. You two had some type of situation. Can you explain that to everybody for us, please?
Yeah. Well, it started from like the badass album I dropped. It didn't really start from that. That's where the streets started pushing it from. You know, Badass was just a marketing scheme for me to really get in the rap game. You know, I thought it was gonna be real funny for me to take Boosie album cover, put my body on it, and name it Nussie Badass. You know, and it worked. You know, but before I dropped the album, I went to the radio station 94.1 and I did an hour-and-a-half interview, and I was telling people why I was doing it. I was letting them know that it's not a diss album. You listen to the album, I don't have not one song on there dissing nobody. You know, it was just a marketing way, because we always promote and try to figure out ways to market to get in the game, because I didn't want to take all these years to blow, you know, or get no recognition. So, make a long story short, I dropped the album and got a good response. Like I said, I did an hour-and-a-half interview. Nobody got at me, told me don't do it or nothing, so it was cool. Later on down the line, I got a call, and me and Lil Boosie hooked up, and we talked because they had a lot of street issues going on in the streets. Negative, with my name in it, mixed with his name, you know. So we talked, everything was cool. A couple weeks later, somebody yanked my sign down from the bottom line in the South. I got word that Boosie did it, and I was mad because we had just talked. I'm thinking we cool. So I did a song called The Dumb Way. I took a shot at him. I had said some negative stuff about him. So the streets pushed it, you know. I'm king of the street gossip, you know what I'm saying? Everybody looking for something bad to happen, because when the stuff grimy happened in the streets of Baton Rouge, my name always in it somehow. So that's one of the things that made me want to rap too. So today's Wednesday. Sunday just left, I got a call that he was finna get off the airplane at the airport in Baton Rouge. So I hurry up and got over there because I wanted to catch him, because I knew he was gonna be by himself. He always with somebody, and it's hard to really catch him like that, you know. So I caught him by himself. It just was me and him one-on-one, you know, and I wanted to really see how he really felt about the situation, because rumors will get you killed down here in Baton Rouge, you know. And it's like, if I want to do somebody something, I gotta have a legitimate reason to do it, and I felt like I didn't have a legitimate reason to really want to do him nothing, you know. He hurt my feelings when I heard he yanked my sign down, you know. Anyway, he said he didn't do it. You know, he didn't yank my sign down. I'm like, well, see that? Now see, all this come from something small like that, but it could have escalated to something big, you know, because I'm from the streets, he from the streets, and that's how that go. But I caught him, we talked. It wasn't really nothing like that, you know. Somebody told him I wanted to do him something, you know, and that's why all this thing had to come to a head, because if I feel like street gossip, if I feel like a duck or a follower, if I go do him something behind what somebody else say, when I can go talk to him myself and see what's going on. You know?
Boosie? Yeah. Well, it was like this here, bro. I'm the type of person, but my feelings get hurt real easy. And me and Boosie was cool before all the rap shit kicked off, you know. And it's like this here. If you a street nigga and you do some pussy shit, I fought you for that. Hit the lights, bro. I fought you for that. Right. But if you known for being old pussy jive ass nigga and you do some pussy shit, I give you a pass. I wouldn't even be mad at you. You know what I'm saying? So the thing was, it's small shit, but like I said, it mean a lot to me. You know, I had my I had a sign that said Nussie Badass in the stores at the bottom line in the South. I got a call that Boosie pulled up and yanked my sign down. And I thought that was some fucked up shit, because I know you and we cool, and I just had talk with you and all this, you know. And make a long story short, I was mad, my feelings got hurt. So that's when I hit him on the dumb way. I see you badass with the fat knots, you know. All that was all because of little shit like that, because I feel like, you know, like I say. But to make a long story short, I caught Boosie recently, a couple weeks ago, not about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago at the airport. I got a call.
2 weeks ago
Exactly
today.
2 weeks, yeah, because he was out. He had just got out of
First day
jail.
out, okay.
I just flew in from a flight. I got a call that Boosie was flying in. He finna get off. So I said, let me go catch him right now. Why ain't no entourage? Ain't nobody but him.
Right.
So he can be himself, I can be myself. Ain't nobody around, ain't nothing like that. 'Cause like I said, we was cool for the rap shit. So to make a long story short, he said he ain't do it. He said he ain't never crossed me. He said he used to look up to me. And you know, and that was touching. That was like, well, I ain't gonna lie. My feeling was, I thought you did it. Now, what else could I do? I caught the man by himself. He said he didn't do it. I'm cool with the shit. You know, but all kind of shit done kicked off since then. So you gonna hear all kind of shit, but you getting the first exclusive video right now. I caught Boosie up. We talked. Wasn't no entourage around. He ain't had no lot of people. I ain't had no lot of people around me. Me and the man were cool for the music shit jumped up.
Hey, because I didn't want people to accept me because they were scared of me. I want you to accept me because my music was really good, you know. So now I'm getting radio play. I'm in the clubs. My CDs selling off the shelf. You know what I'm saying? I done been through a lot with the music, you know, and people, I'm actually making money off rap where I can really pay my bills now. So things like that let me know I'm doing my job, you know. But as for the Boosie incident, the so-called beef with me and Lil Boosie, I ain't got no beef with Boosie because I talked to him. I talked to him maybe 4.5 months ago at the airport. I flew in from Mexico. I got a call that he was getting off the airplane. He was on his way to Baton Rouge because I knew somebody on the plane. I said, damn, this is the perfect time I can go catch the little nigga while he by himself.
Right.
Where ain't no entourage, it's just me and you, you know. Now, he wasn't acting like no pussy or nothing. You know, he stood up like a man, he talked to me, he told me that he ain't never crossed me, he ain't had nothing against me. He told me to look up to me in the streets. And I told him, well, my feelings were hurt because nigga told me, you yanked my sign down, which was petty, but it was big to me because I feel like we know each other and I just talked to you, and for you to do that is like you shitting on my dream, bro. You know, so he told me he didn't do it. I told him, well, shit, ain't no beef. You know, just like I say, when I say things about people on songs, people gonna blow it up because they think it's gonna be, you know, but just don't know I'm entertaining my listeners. And I talk about anybody, you know. I could be with my boy A1, he make me mad. I might jot a little line about his ass. You might see us later on. Right. So make a long story short, people done caught on too. Ain't nobody really
Nothing
tripping.
personal.
No, it ain't nothing personal. You know, like I said, I told him, I said, man, I'll be less than a man to do you something behind some he saying, she say, when I can just come approach you. Because we know each other. You know, I know you and you know me. You know what I'm saying? I see this rap shit and this street shit, two different things, bro. And I could have started like a whole little Tupac and Bigger war with. I could have been fuck them niggas and had all my niggas who followed me beefing with them, and he could have did the same as well. And I feel like it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it for me to hurt nobody behind no stupid shit. You know, if my feelings get hurt, I'm expressing myself, and that's just one of the things I'm gonna always do. You know, I ain't got no picks and choose. You know.
So how long you been rapping?
I've been rapping going on about 2.5, I think probably about 3 years now. I think I started like 96.
Nussie was shot dead in Baton Rouge. Police say Chris Jackson, known by his rap name as Nussie, was murdered last night in the mid-city area of Baton Rouge.
His body was found on America Street. No known shooter or motive right now. This is Luke Margolis gets answers on the murder and Nussie's role in the rap community. Friends say the 33-year-old rapper was on the fast track to stardom before police found him dead.
The song basically is a song. It's just one I wanted to make one of them set it off records. I wanted to make one of them records coming out the gate to leak off the album that was gonna be one of them records that was gonna stir up some shit. So when I heard the beat, I was like, you know, woo. My partner was like, man, nah, don't fuck with that. You know, dude dead, don't fuck with that. And I was like, fuck that nigga, man. I just did it. I'm gonna keep it 100. I was like, me and dude had problems back then. Rest in peace right now, but me and dudes had problems back then, and that's how I feel. I don't feel no type of sympathy for people or nobody who hated me or I don't see why people if you felt that way when they go to the grave, you feel a different way. If I felt fuck you while you was living, it's fuck you while you dead. And that's how the song came. I wasn't trying to strike up nothing. I was just being real on this song. Get your mind, I felt played when a lot of stuff was going on. And I ain't gonna hold my tongue, I I said it then, I'll say it now, and I'll stand up behind anything I say, you know. Sorry if I rubbed anybody, family members the wrong way or something like that. I was just doing what I do, you know, making my music.
Well, when you said something interesting, you said that when your boy got killed, that's the same rapper who made songs about your boy.
Yeah, and I didn't do all that, man. I didn't. This the same dude said on the song, ha ha. They say I killed Ivy. They say I did that. You know, why didn't everybody go crazy then? You know, why it wasn't a big thing then, but when Boosie do it, you know, it's a whole different thing. But like I say, I take my lick, you know. I said what I said, you know, and that's it. You know, it's a great song. It get the club lit, you know. It did what it was supposed to do. You know, it did what it was supposed to do. It's like, you know, it's basically on the album. I ain't even say his name. It's basically designed them first 4 letters to say somebody's name who you done got into it with. As far as however, so I got it blank, so you can say whoever name. You can say the name you said, you know. So it ain't that bad. They'll calm down. They don't want no smoke, man.